His hand slid around my waist like it belonged there. Don't look at me like that, I whispered. Zayn's breath brushed my ear. Like what? Like I'm yours. You are. I laughed, quiet and bitter, but let him pull me closer. Anyway, his cologne wood and danger was already burned into my skin. We stood by the window, lights from the city flickering across our faces like they were trying to warn me. You shouldn't be here, I said. He kissed my collarbone. Neither should you, but we're here. His lips moved slowly up my neck. Exactly. I tilted my head back, giving in. Again, I canceled dinner for this, he said, eyes still closed. Like that made it romantic. Must have been important. It was. But not like this. He cupped my face. Not like you. I hated how easy it was to melt under that voice. We ended up tangled in hotel sheets an hour later, his hand tracing the curve of my back like he wanted to memorize me. I watched the way he looked at me, like I was some unspeakable craving. Zayn, I murmured. He touched my lips. Don't think, just feel. I always feel, I said. You know that. He didn't answer. He just held me tighter, like, maybe if he pressed hard enough, the world outside wouldn't exist. Later, I lay on my side, half draped over him. The clock on the nightstand blinked. 1:07 a.m. You're leaving soon, aren't you? I asked. He hesitated. You know how it is. Meetings, early flights, mystery dinners, I added. He smiled faintly. Is that jealousy? No, I lied. It's realism. Zayn rolled onto his back, eyes staring at the ceiling. We said we'd keep it light, did we? He didn't reply. I traced lazy circles on his chest. Do you ever think about what this is? I try not to. I sat up. That's comforting. Don't be like that, he said. You know what this is. I don't actually. I turned away. Not anymore. He pulled me back down beside him. You're important to me. You know that, do I? His hand settled on my thigh. I wouldn't be here if you weren't. And where's here, Zayn? This room? This bed? These 2 hours where the world doesn't exist? You make it sound ugly. I looked at him, really looked. Isn't it? He touched my face again. You don't get it. It's not about the place, it's about you. You feel like home. I stared at the ceiling. Then why do I feel so borrowed? He went quiet. Too quiet. I waited. He exhaled. Let's not do this tonight. No, I said. Let's do it right now. While I'm still soft and stupid and naked enough to believe you care. I do care, he said, sitting up. You think I do this with anyone? Do you? He looked away. You don't know me like that. I know your body, your lies, your timing. I know you leave the moment it starts to feel real. He stood and grabbed his shirt. Don't ruin this. I laughed again, hollow this time. You already did. Zayn turned. I come back, don't I? You do, but never all the way. He walked over, kissed my forehead. Don't think, just feel, and then he was gone. I lay there in the dark, my arms hugging the emptiness he left behind. I told myself I was special. I told myself he wasn't married, but deep down I knew. I just didn't want to say it out loud yet, not until I had proof. Not until I could look myself in the mirror and admit what I already suspected, that I was his secret, and someone else was his wife. I wasn't snooping. His phone buzzed while he was in the shower. Reflex, my eyes glanced. Just a preview. Dinner tonight? Don't be late, love. And yeah, the name didn't mean anything to me until I saw the photo on his lock screen. 2 people, arms wrapped, wedding rings glinting. Zayn and her. I sat there, staring, mouth dry. He walked out a second later, towel slung around his hips. You okay? I blinked once, twice. Yeah, just tired. He leaned down and kissed me. Get some sleep. I have a thing tomorrow morning. I nodded. My lips didn't move. I called Sarah as soon as I got home. Tell me I'm dreaming, I said. You're not. Her voice was sharp, no hesitation. You knew this would happen. I didn't. Not like this. What exactly did you see? A message. Her name was Anya. And a photo. Wedding rings, Sarah. Wedding rings. Shit, she muttered. Okay. Breathe. I can't. I can't breathe. My chest feels like you got hit by a truck. Yes, I'm gonna say something and you're not gonna like it, she warned. Say it anyway. You're not the first. He didn't just wake up one day and forget he had a wife. This is a system, a routine. You're a scheduled escape. I closed my eyes. You think I'm stupid? No, I think you're in love, and that's worse, way worse. I didn't confront him. Not that night, not the next. I wanted to see how far he'd go. How many lies he'd tell without blinking. He texted the next day like nothing happened. Zayn, can I see you tonight? Me? Busy, Zayn. Miss you. I stared at that for a long time, then locked my phone. Sarah pushed her coffee toward me. He doesn't know you know, right? No, and I want to keep it that way, she frowned. You're not thinking of staying. I'm thinking of watching. That's worse. Why? Because it means you still care. I looked away. I don't know what I feel. Yes. You do, she said. You're just afraid to name it. That weekend, I met him at the usual place. Hotel room. Dim lights. Wine already poured. You look tense, he said, arms around my waist. Just work, I lied. He kissed my temple. Let me help with that. I let him do everything he wanted while my mind screamed in silence. When we were tangled in sheets and sweat, I asked, do you ever think about the future? He didn't flinch. All the time, with me? He smiled. Of course, liar. I rolled away, pulling the blanket with me. If you had to choose, comfort or chaos? He laughed. Is this a riddle? No, he thought for a second. Chaos. You make it worth it. My throat tightened. Good to know. A few days later, Sarah messaged me. Sarah, look who I found on Instagram. She sent me the link. I hesitated before opening it. And yeah, perfect skin, bright smile, a world of elegance. Her captions were full of warmth, travels, cooking, love. Zayn was in so many of her photos, not just standing beside her with her hands held, eyes glowing. Everything he gave to me in secret, he gave to her in public. I'm gonna throw up, I said. Don't. He's not worth your nausea. Do you think she knows? No, women like her believe in their love stories. They wear blindfolds with diamonds. I almost laughed, but it got stuck in my chest. Zayn called again that night. Hey, babe, hey, I said flatly. You sound off, just tired. I've been thinking. Maybe we go away next weekend? Just the two of us? Where would you tell your wife you're going? Silence, and then what did you say? Nothing, just teasing. He laughed, a little too quickly. You scared me for a second. You should be scared, I whispered, but not loud enough for him to hear. I watched him lie to me with the same mouth he used to say he loved me, and I let him, for now, because I needed to know just how deep the hole went, and when I reached the bottom, I was going to bury him in it. I kissed him like nothing had changed, like I didn't know her name, like I hadn't seen the rings. Miss me? I asked, lips brushing his jaw. Always, he murmured, arms circling my waist. Liar, I brought your favorite wine. He handed me the bottle like some kind of peace offering. You remembered? Of course I did. He remembered the wine. Forgot to mention the wife. We sat on the couch, legs tangled. He fed me strawberries like we were in some cheap romance montage. You've been quiet lately, he said, busy. Work, life. He tilted his head. Anything I should be worried about? Should you be? I asked softly. His eyes searched mine. No, unless you're seeing someone else. I almost laughed. Would that bother you? Yeah, he said, without hesitation. You're mine, and she's not. I wanted to scream. Instead, I sipped the wine. Good to know. In bed, he held me like I was air. Pressed kisses down my spine like prayers. You feel so far away tonight, he whispered. I'm right here. Not really. You're imagining things, he exhaled. Maybe. I just don't want to lose this, you, us. I turned to face him. Then be honest with me. I am. No secrets? None. I swallowed the burn in my throat. Okay. He kissed me again. Deep. Convincing. I let him. I let him do all the things he always did the way he knew I liked. I moaned when I was supposed to, gasped on cue. It was all an act now, a play I'd memorized. After, I lay with my head on his chest, listening to the steady beat of a liar's heart. I've been thinking, I said. About what? Us. He stroked my arm. Yeah, do you love me? He didn't pause, not even for a second. More than anything, more than your wife? More than your vows? I closed my eyes. Why? What do you mean? Why me? He chuckled. Because you're everything she's not. That line used to thrill me. Now it made my stomach twist. What does that mean? I asked. You're wild, raw, real. With her, everything's polite. She doesn't know, does she? His hand froze. Just for a second. Then know what? That you sneak off in the middle of the night to taste someone else's skin. Silence. I smiled. Relax. I'm just messing with you. He let out a breath. You scared me. You scare me, I whispered. Later, he fell asleep beside me. Peaceful, mouth slightly parted. I stared at the ceiling. How do people live with themselves? How does a man come home to his wife after spending the night inside another woman? How do I keep letting him? In the morning, he kissed my forehead. Text me later, okay? Sure. He pulled on his shirt. You're amazing, you know that? Am I? The best part of my day, I nodded, smiling just enough. Drive safe. As soon as the door clicked shut, I curled up on the bed and cried, quiet, careful, like I didn't even deserve to fall apart properly. Sarah called that night. You sound dead. I feel dead. You need to leave him. I need him to tell me the truth. He won't. He's already chosen what version of you he wants. And what version is that? The one who doesn't ask questions. I met him again. 2 nights later, same hotel, same script. This time, I kissed him harder, more desperate, like I was trying to find a sliver of truth under his tongue. God, I missed you, he breathed. Did she miss you too? What? Nothing, I smiled. Wrong line, he frowned. You okay? Never better, he believed me. Of course he did. I was getting better at pretending, at smiling through it, at lying to myself while he lied to my face, but inside, something had cracked, and cracks don't heal. They split wider, he just didn't know it yet. I wasn't looking for anything. I just needed somewhere to hide the hotel key. His coat was slung over the chair. I reached into the inner pocket and felt something small, round, hard. I pulled it out, a pearl earring, gold setting, classy, soft, definitely not mine. My fingers trembled. I held it like it might scream. Sarah's voice exploded the second I told her, burn it. Burn the whole damn thing. I can't. Why not? Because I need him to feel this. You're spiraling. No, I'm strategizing. She exhaled sharply. What are you going to do? Confront him? Not yet. Then what? I want to pull the threads. Slowly, quietly. I want to watch him come apart. That's not healing. That's obsession, maybe. But I'm not finished bleeding. Yet, I messaged him later that night. Me. Left my ring in your coat. Can you check the pockets? Zayn? Your ring? Me? Silver band. Thin. Might have slipped out, Zayn. Just checked nothing there. Liar. I started keeping notes. Times. Dates. Screenshots. Every lie he told. Every excuse. Every time he said, she means nothing. I was building something. A quiet little war. Sarah called again. I can hear it in your voice, she said. You're getting colder. I have to be. That's not who you are. It's who I have to become. She hesitated. You're not trying to destroy him. You're trying to become the version of yourself he couldn't lie to. I paused. Maybe both. The next time I saw him, I held the earring in my hand, tucked inside my fist. You're quiet, he said, thinking. About what? Pearls, he blinked. What? Nothing, I smiled. Just random. He kissed me. You feel tense. I'm good, sure, He never even noticed the shift. That made it worse. Later, when he went to the bathroom, I opened his phone. Just for a second, passcode was still the same. I didn't go for the text this time. I went to the gallery, a photo, her, in a white dress, his arms around her. The date stamp was just a few weeks ago. He told me he was in Dubai for work. He was renewing his vows. I shut the phone and lay back down. He came out minutes later, rubbing his hair dry. What? He said when he saw my face. Nothing. You sure? I smiled. You ever think about how fragile secrets are? What do you mean? One slip, one photo, one open pocket. He looked confused, nervous. Are we okay? Of course, I kissed him. We're perfect. Sarah met me the next day. I don't like this version of you, she said. She's the only one who survived. Don't become what he is just to get even. I'm not trying to get even, I said. I'm trying to end him. I bought a burner phone that afternoon. New number, no name. I stared at it in my hand, heart racing. Then I typed the first message. Do you know where your husband really is? I didn't plan to see her. Not that night. Not like that. Sarah had dragged me to the charity gala. You need to wear something that makes men cry, she'd said. I'm not here for men. I told her. Liar. She smirked. The moment I walked in, my throat tightened. She was already there, smiling, laughing, floating in a pale blue dress like she owned the air around her. And yeah, the wife, his wife. Should we leave? Sarah asked, following my eyes. No, I said. Let's stay. Are you serious? I want to see her. You're playing with fire. I brought the matches. Later, I found myself by the champagne table. She stood just feet away, looking at a brochure. Alone, I walked over like I didn't recognize her, like I hadn't memorized the curve of her smile from Instagram. Hi, I said. Love your dress. She turned, warm and graceful. Oh, thank you. I almost didn't wear it. You should be glad you did. You look beautiful. She laughed softly. You're sweet. I'm not, I said, smiling. She extended her hand. And yeah, of course you are. I shook it. Mira. The name slid off my tongue like it belonged to someone braver. We stood there, sipping. First time at this event? She asked. Yeah. You? My brother roped me in. Let me guess. Pushy, well-dressed, and thinks he's charming. A voice cut in behind me. She's not wrong. I turned, tall, polished, watchful eyes. Rayan, he said, offering a firm hand. Mira, I replied. Steady. He didn't blink, just nodded. He knew something. I felt it in his pause. Anya beamed at him. Isn't this fun? I wouldn't call this fun, he muttered. You're terrible, she said, nudging him. Mira, what do you do? I write. Oh, mostly fiction. Sometimes reality disguised as lies. That sounds deep, she said. It's survival, I replied. Her brows furrowed, but she smiled anyway. I watched her face closely. Not a single crack. She didn't know. Not yet. How do you two know each other? I asked, gesturing between them. Brother and sister, she said proudly. But I basically raised him. He rolled his eyes. That's a stretch. She's not wrong, I said, sipping. His gaze sharpened. And what about you? I asked. Married, she lit up. Yes. Just over 2 years now. Wow. Lucky man. I like to think so. She smiled. What's his name? Zayn. There it was. I held my glass tighter. You must be so proud of him. Her whole face glowed. I am. He works too hard though. Never slows down. Those types don't, I said softly. She looked at me then really looked. You know someone like that? Yeah, I forced a smile. I thought I did. Rayan's voice cut in. Where'd you say you're from again? Karachi. Live here now. Sometimes you move a lot. Only when I'm chasing stories or hiding from them. I blinked. Depends who's writing the ending. He smiled, but it didn't reach his eyes. Right, Anya gave him a look. Stop interrogating her. I'm just curious, he said, eyes still on me. I held his stare. You should write. You ask all the right questions. I read people. It's a habit. After they walked away, Sarah grabbed my arm. What the hell was that? I met her, and she's not what I expected. She's perfect, isn't she? She's warm, I said. Too warm, still feel like burning her. World down? Now more than ever, but something shifted that night. Not pity, not guilt, power. I'd looked into her eyes, touched her hand, watched her beam at the mention of the man who spent his nights inside me. She had no idea, and that made me dangerous. Back home, I opened my burner phone, message sent. He smiled when he kissed me tonight. Do you recognize that smile, Anya? I sent the first message just after midnight. A screenshot, his name at the top, my photo below it, the timestamp glowing. No words, just the truth. The next night, I sent a location tag. Room 714. Every Tuesday night, still no reply. But I knew. She'd seen them. You seem softer lately, Zayn said, stroking my arm as we lay in bed. Do I? He kissed my shoulder. Yeah, like you're letting go of something. I smiled. Maybe I am. Sarah leaned across the caf table, lowering her voice. You're playing with fire. I'm careful. You're reckless. She deserves the truth, and you deserve peace. I'll take satisfaction first, she sighed. And when it all explodes, I'll be smiling in the debris. Message 3. A picture of us at dinner. His hand on mine. Candlelight catching the ring he always removed before going home. Message 4. An audio clip. Zayn, she's just my wife. You're what I feel. I didn't know if it would break her or awaken her. I only knew it burned me to hear it again. He brought me flowers the next time. You're glowing, he said, kissing my cheek. You think so? I know so. You seem nervous. He blinked. Why would I be? I shrugged. Just a feeling. His eyes flickered. Did I do something wrong? I looked at him, long, unblinking. Would it matter if you had? He laughed awkwardly. Of course it would. Message 5. A full log of his messages. You feel like home. Don't make me choose. You're mine. Her name was never there. Not once. Rayan found me again at another event. You're Mira, right? I nodded. That's me. He sipped his drink. Funny how you're everywhere lately. I'm good at showing up, or hiding in plain sight. I smiled. Why do I feel like you don't like me? I don't trust what I don't understand. And what don't you understand? Why my sister's been staring at her phone like her world just cracked open. I tilted my head. Maybe it has. Zayn touched my face that night. You're different lately, better or worse? Quieter, still love me? He hesitated. Just a beat, of course. But his voice shook. Good. Let it shake. Message 6. A video. Us kissing in the back seat of his car. Her car, maybe. I didn't care anymore. I sent it. Waited. 3 days of silence. Then unknown number. Who are you? No greeting. No emotion. Just that. I didn't answer. Not yet. She needed to feel the edge of it. The uncertainty. The betrayal simmering just beneath the surface of her picture-perfect life. Zayn called me late. His voice sharp. Did you tell anyone about us? Why would I? Because something's off. I let the silence stretch. What happened? I asked, soft. I don't know. Anya's cold. Maybe she's finally seeing you. He inhaled hard. What's that supposed to mean? Nothing. I whispered. Just a feeling. Sarah called the next day. You're close, she said. I know. You feel guilty? No, you should. I will. After, Zayn brought wine. I didn't drink it. He ran his fingers down my arm. Tell me this is real. I met his eyes. Do you love me? He opened his mouth, closed it, then yes, but the words trembled. You're shaking, I said. I'm scared, he whispered. Of what? Losing you. I touched his face. Then you should have never had me. Later, I sent the final message, just 2 words, ask him. Anya vanished for 3 days. No status updates. No tagged brunches. No posts of her morning coffee in gold-rimmed cups. Just silence. Zayn called once. I didn't answer. Then nothing. Sarah called instead. Did you hear? She's gone. Rayan's been asking questions. Let him ask. What if he comes to you? I stared at the blank message thread with Anya's name still at the top. Then I won't lie. My phone rang that evening. Unknown number. I picked up. Did you know? Rayan's voice was flat, controlled. I didn't speak. He waited. That's not a no. Silence again. He sighed. You look clean, but you bleed messy. Everyone bleeds messy. Not everyone draws maps with it. Zayn didn't call for 2 more days. I watched his name light up my phone like a warning. Flair ignored. Again, Sarah slammed her fork down during lunch. What are you doing now? Waiting. For what? For him to drown in what he built. You already got what you wanted. She knows. No, I said. Not yet. Not. Really. Then it happened. He showed up, unannounced. Face pale, eyes wild, jacket half-zipped like he'd forgotten how zippers worked. She left me, he said. No hello. No explanation. Just that. I leaned on the doorframe. Did she? He nodded slowly. Packed her things. Took the dog. Left a note. Did she say why? She didn't have to. I crossed my arms. What did it say? He swallowed. You broke what you never deserved. I smiled. Sounds poetic. He stepped inside like a ghost. I didn't want to hurt anyone. I raised an eyebrow. You mean you didn't want to get caught? That's not fair. Neither was lying to 2 women and pretending you were someone decent. His hands shook. I loved you. You used me. I chose you. No, I said. You juggled me. He sat on the edge of my couch. You don't know what my marriage was like. I know enough. She stopped seeing me months before I met you. Did she stop seeing you, or did you stop showing up? He flinched. You don't get it. I get it just fine. You wanted fire without getting burned. He ran a hand through his hair. I lost everything. No, I said. You just finally saw what was left. His voice dropped. What happens now? I stared at him. I don't know. Why don't you ask the woman who took the dog? Rayan texted me later that night. Rayan. He's gone. Me? Where? Rayan. No clue. He left town. No word. Me? You blaming me? Rayan. No, I'm thanking you. Anya never messaged me. Not once, but I saw her again. At a bookstore of all places. She walked past me like I didn't exist. Cold eyes. New necklace. No ring. Sarah sat across from me, tapping her nails on her mug. So, was it worth it? I thought for a second. I didn't win, but neither did he and her. She gets to start over. That's more than I had. Zayn never reached out again, but I still kept the last message from him. Zayn, I'm sorry, I never replied. Some endings don't need closure, just silence. He was already there when I walked in. Same calf, same corner booth, different man. His eyes were red, his shirt wrinkled, hands trembling around a cup of untouched coffee. Mira, he said, standing. I didn't hug him. I sat down slowly. You look tired, I said. I haven't slept. That makes 2 of us. He reached across the table, fingers brushing mine. I pulled back. He flinched. Please don't shut me out. You shut me out first. The moment you gave her your mornings, and me your nights. His voice cracked. I messed up. You destroyed lives. That's more than messing up. I loved you. No, I said. You loved the secrecy, the thrill, the power. That's not true, isn't it? I leaned in. Would you have loved me in daylight? He looked away. I don't know. That's all I needed to hear. He covered his face with his hands. She left. She blocked my number. She's not coming back. She deserved better. So did you. I smiled. But I became better. You stayed the same. He looked at me again. Desperate. Raw. Can we start over? No, I'll be honest this time. You said that last time with my shirt in your hands and her name still on your ring. I've changed. I haven't, I said. I started over the moment you lied. He stood. Then why are you here? To say goodbye. He took a step forward. Don't walk away. I stood too. You don't get to ask me that. Not anymore. Mira, I turned, walked out. Behind me, he called my name again. Louder this time, but I didn't turn. Sarah was waiting across the street. Well, she asked. He cried. And I didn't. She smiled. That's growth. I saw Anya 2 weeks later, outside a gallery. Alone. elegant. Still ringless, she saw me too. We didn't speak. No waves, no tension, just a look, a long, knowing look. I wasn't the only one he broke, but I was the one who healed. That night, I went back to the cafe, ordered tea, sat at our old booth. The light overhead flickered slightly, just like it always had. I reached into my bag, pulled out the pearl earrings, tiny, gold-trimmed, sharp with memory. I placed them gently on the table, got up, left them there. Closure isn't always a conversation. Sometimes it's a silence you no longer need to fill.